For months, I have been wondering about what my first video should be about. I have been doing this on Instagram for quite some time now. My Instagram page, go by the name of Movie Synthesis. You can find a link in the description below. But writing and speaking about these things are like very different. I love to write and I have loved films all my life, but speaking it out loud in front of an audience here and making it presentable, as you can see my background, is a whole different game altogether. So here I am, Sarfaraj this side, to talk to you about everything that is related to cinema. There will be reviews, there will be analysis, there will be discussions about films, series from every corner of this country and across the whole world. So basically everything I can get my hands on. It's not going to be just new stuff. It's going to be a lot of films from even before I was born, and we're going to talk about everything that we can get together. We can get hold of. You can suggest me whatever you want me to see, and together we're going to try to bridge the gap as much as possible. And so the reviews mostly they will be in English. They will Hindi में भी होंगे बहुत सारे. And they will also be in Assamese at times because I am from Assam. I belong to a city called Guwahati in Assam. So yeah, so we should begin. Let's start with my first review about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So I had my reservations with the MCU lately because of the very average products that they have churned out in the last like in Phase 4. So basically, I think it all went downhill after Endgame, barring a few series like WandaVision, Loki. Even Moon Knight was quite good. Hawkeye was okay, it was not that great. And also, and in the form of, if we talk about films, then it's only No Way Home that like I really liked. But then it was more of a fan service, as we all know, because we all love Spider-Man. So it did work big time. But as from a movie making point of view, I think they have disappointed big time with Phase 4. And I guess I'm not the only one who felt that. And I think we at this point we all some way in some way or the other lost hope in the MCU, and we lost interest in the MCU basically, including me. But I still had some hope in Guardians of the Galaxy, because come on, this is James Gunn out there, right? So, and I'm very glad that this movie turned out to be even better than what I expected to be. It's far superior than all the films that I've seen in Phase 4, including Spider-Man. And this guy, James Gunn, he's a mad genius, man. I mean, what else can we expect? This movie is there, right up there now in the top films. If you consider the top 3 films of the MCU, for me right now it's Infinity War, Endgame, and then it's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And yeah, so I think this is the last time I think we can get the feel of we'll be getting the feel of the good old MCU with this film, because with Captain America, Iron Man gone, with Russo's and James Gunn leaving the production company, I don't think we'll ever get there. So I think you should all just get on board with this one. If you loved Endgame, it's going to give you the same rush. You're going to go through the same kind of emotions with this film. And yeah, let's celebrate MCU for maybe one last time. Hopefully not, but my whole point is you should not miss this one if you loved MCU at some point of time in your life. So the core of this film is Rocket's backstory, and a very sinister villain in the form of High Evolutionary. So Rocket's backstory. Rocket, as we all know, he has been a fan favorite ever since the first film, and here his story is so heartbreaking. I could not believe that James Gunn was allowed to go so dark with this one, but I'm glad he could use his creative freedom to give us this story, which will be uncomfortable for a lot of people, like especially kids, but I'm sure it's going to bring everyone to tears. Nevertheless, no matter what, even if you will get uncomfortable, you'll still be crying, you'll still be in tears, not just once, again and again as the story progresses. At the same time, the villain, I have never hated an MCU villain as much as in any film as I have hated this guy called High Evolutionary. So he's so evil. He's going to make Thanos look like a good guy who just maybe needed some therapy. The action is also so good in this film. Especially there is this one scene where the Guardians are entering a spacecraft. That is one of the finest pieces of action that I've ever seen in an MCU film. All in all, at the end, I just want to say that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 had all the things that the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise is famous for. There was rocking music, there cool badass characters and their punchlines, there is a lot of humor. But what makes this movie really good is the emotions that we get to explore through all the characters, and especially in Rocket's backstory. So it's the kind of film that is going to make you laugh and break you apart at the same time, and then gather you piece by piece for a very satisfactory ending. I think this is the best finale that you could have got for this franchise, and for I think it's the best finale in fact for any trilogy. Like all the good trilogies that we have seen, it's right out. This trilogy will be right up there as one of the very best. As for James Gunn, I'm sad that he's leaving the MCU, but then again, I'm very excited to see what he brings to the DC table. So thank you all. Finally could finish my first video. Do subscribe to my channel. I really hope we travel a long way in this journey together. We'll see you all in the next video.